guys, it's the RetrofloraPodcast. I'm Brenda.
And I'm Charmy, and we're just two crazy sisters with an opinion and a channel.
If you like true crime, conspiracies, and supernatural crap, then this is your channel. Happy July!
Happy July.
Okay, so July is National Ice Cream Month, but it's also National Minority Mental Health Awareness Month. So yeah, you guys, mental health, get it checked out. So today we're talking about obsession.
Everyone's talking about obsession.
Everyone is obsessed with Obsession.
And I have to admit, it was really good.
Such a good movie. There's no movie like this. Like, this is a crazy movie. Just to let you know, there will be spoilers ahead because I'm going to do a full synopsis.
Without further ado, let's get into this.
The movie starts out with our main character, Bear Bailey, played by Michael Johnston, at a restaurant with his best friend Ian, played by Cooper Tomlinson. Bear is practicing with a waitress on how to tell his childhood friend and longtime crush Nikki Freeman, played by Indy Navarrete, that he has feelings for her. Ian tells Bear he thinks that he is corny and to jokingly call her Freaky Nikki. Bear then goes home to find his cat Sandy dead after accidentally getting into some medicine that Bear left out. Bear puts Sandy's body in a garbage bag and cries.
I mean, okay, so what's crazy about that is that your cat dies, and instead of burying him, you throw him in the trash.
Yeah.
Like when our pets die, like our turtles and our hermit crabs, which we had a lot of, we always buried them, and gave him a little ceremony and everything. But he's just like cry. Well, it's like he threw it away, but then cries about it. Like,
yeah.
Did you really care about this cat, or did you just not want to be alone?
Later, Nikki calls Bear to see if he's still going to trivia night with Ian and Sarah, played by Megan Lawless. Bear at first is hesitant to go, but when Nikki tells him she's putting in her 2 weeks at the music store that Bear, Ian, and Sarah all work at, owned by Sarah's dad, Bear agrees to go. While on the phone, Nikki drops her favorite crystal necklace down a drain. Bear decides that before going to meet the gang, he's going to stop at a shop to buy Nikki a replacement necklace. While in there, he finds a trinket called a one-wish willow, which he buys. I don't know why I have a hard time saying one-wish willow.
One wish is all it takes. Fall in love with me.
Bear meets the group for trivia night at a bar. Bear and Nikki go to the bar to buy drinks, where he tells Nikki his cat died. The group all takes shots of tequila, except for Bear, who drinks a pina colada. I thought that was so funny.
I don't know. I don't drink alcohol, so I'm like, is that a girly drink? I don't know.
It is. It would technically be, I guess, a girly drink. I like a pina colada, but I also like a shot of tequila too.
Is that coconut or pineapple?
Both.
Both. Okay. Well, I don't like coconut.
You suck. Afterward, Ian and Sarah want to continue drinking, but Nikki wants to go home, so Bear offers to take her home. Bear and Nikki talk a bit before Nikki goes into her home. Bear calls her Freaky Nikki, a nickname she hates. She tells Bear to never call her that, and before going in, Nikki asks Bear if he likes her, which he tells her she's just his friend, and she walks to her house.
I also want to add that in the car scene where she talks about being a writer and how she wants to write a love story.
Oh yeah, that's why she actually put her 2 weeks in.
And that's why she put her 2 weeks in. She wants to experience love. And one thing he said, Bear says to her is like, so it's a love story. And no, he said it's a romance. And she said, no, it's a love story. And he says, what's the difference? And apparently, well, a lot of people, when I watched people's reactions to the movie, did not know a love story and a romance are two different things. While all romances are love stories, not all love stories are romances. And the big difference lies in the ending, where a romance requires a happy ever after and centers entirely on the couple's relationship. A love story can be tragic and also explore any types of love, familiar, platonic, or even self-love. Kind of like Romeo and Juliet, which is why I feel like Romeo and Juliet really mirrored this movie besides, the crazy parts.
Yeah.
And while romance is literally like the aftermath, like romance is the kissing and touching, and that's the romance. It's not really a love story. That's not the love part.
Also, a love story can be like a mother's love for her child.
Yes.
Okay.
And I also feel like another piece of media that does this kind of movie good is The Haunting of Bly Manor, which also discuss what is obsession or possession versus love. Like you want to possess somebody versus love them, and there's a totally different thing about that.
Oh yeah, we about to get into that. Bear takes out the one-wish willow and wishes for Nikki to love him more than anyone in the world before snapping it. He then sees Nikki standing on the porch, and she walks back to him. She offers for him to come inside to talk about his cat. And the funny thing is, in this scene, she actually says she lost her cat, and then Bear looks confused, and he's like, what? And she's like, I mean, your cat. You lost your cat. Bear asks her if she is drunk, and then she snaps and says, "What the before snapping back and saying she's acting weird.
I also feel like she kept repeating stuff like, yeah.
Yeah, she was like, you lost your cat. Yeah, babe.
You want to come inside? You want to come inside? Like, yeah. Broken record.
Yeah, it was really creepy. She gets into his car and offers to go back to his place. She tells Bear her dad is dying. Bear takes Nikki home and offers her the bed while he sleeps on the floor, but Nikki asks Bear to sleep with her. Not like sexually, but like, well, maybe she might have meant it in that moment.
I know, I'm like, can't you sleep in separate beds?
No, does he have 2 beds?
I feel like it was his grandma's house. She probably has a 2-bedroom.
He probably slept on a couch.
Oh, that too.
Yeah. He reluctantly agrees, and then they start to make out when Nikki pulls away in horror. And she does like she did when she was laying in the car. She's like...
She like snaps in and out.
Yeah, she snapped out of it. She tells Bear that she saw something behind him. The next morning, Bear goes to the kitchen and finds a shrine of Sandy made by Nikki, which disturbs Bear. They go to work together where Ian asks Bear what happened last night. Bear tells Ian the strange things that happened last night, and Ian tells him she was probably on Molly. The whole time they're talking, Nikki's staring at them in the background.
In the back. I was waiting for her to do something.
Me too. I was waiting. First of all, wasn't Sarah's dad talking to her? She's just still staring directly at them. Yeah. After their shift, Ian takes Nikki home. Bear gets a knock on the door, and it's Nikki apologizing for last night. She tells Bear she likes him and that she knows he likes her. They then begin dating each other, which shocks Ian and Sarah. While at a diner, Bear gets a call from Ian. He tells Bear that Nikki is lying about her dad and that he is completely healthy and he doesn't think that they should date. He also tells him Sarah said Nikki sees him like a little brother. When he returns to the table, Nikki tells him she loves him more than anyone in the world.
Which is what he said for the wish.
Yeah. Bear then asks Nikki if her dad is really sick, to which Nikki replies no. And she does that famous, no, don't do that.
Which really reminds me of, not One Wish, reminds of Get Out.
Oh, yeah. She's like, no.
Even though she did mess with his phone.
She was saying it so many times, she's trying to convince herself she didn't. Bear calms her down. They then go back to Bear's home where they have sex. And this scene is kind of like really sad.
Have sex? No. He sexually assaulted this woman.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. And this scene is just so bad because you could just, like, Nikki's just like, oh, yes, yeah, you know, like that. And
yeah, but she has
no facial expression. Mm-hmm. Like, there's nothing, yeah.
She's just laying there. And if your girlfriend's just laying there, you're doing a wrong job.
Yeah,
you're doing your job wrong.
But
it reminds me of Allison from House of the Dragon. That's what she was just laying there and the king's on top of her.
Yeah, that dude was like 400 years old.
Yeah, okay, but the thing is, either he doesn't care about Allison, or I feel bad for his other wife, Emma, because, I mean, she endured just laying there too. I'm like...
Yeah, he's Bear too. Bear wakes up in the middle of the night and sees Nikki creepily standing in the corner wearing his sweater. This scene is so crazy. Like, she literally is just in a corner just staring at him. She's like, go back to sleep. Like, the way she just said it.
And she's like in the shadows in the corner.
They actually, for the scene, they did her makeup like Uncanny Valley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she looks so creepy. Nikki tells him to go back to sleep. But when he tells her to come back to bed, she starts crying and tells Bear that she doesn't feel like he loves her as much as she loves him.
No, she did a jump scare. She was like,
why don't you love me?
Yeah, it's really, the scene is creepy. Like, and then she goes, like, she cries, she goes, but she's not, like, her face is not moving. It's just the sound is coming out, but her face is not moving. It's so creepy. She then does her famous shot, why don't you love me? And then Crab walks really fast holding a vase of flowers, which was kind of crazy because she really was just like walking to the side like a crab. And that whole part like freaks Bear out. He's just like, what the heck? She places the vase down and pauses before saying they're for Sandy, which I thought was funny. She like does this creepy crab walk across the room, then places the vase down. She doesn't say nothing, and then she's like, no, she's holding the vase.
Yeah.
She doesn't say anything. She goes, they're for Sandy. Like, just like it was a
yeah, you know.
It was so crazy. She gets back in bed with Bear, but when Bear tries to leave, she screams,
Stay!
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
The next day, Bear gets ready to go to work without Nikki. Also, he wakes up and I think she cut his hair.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she did. She cut his hair. And he tells her, like, please don't cut my hair. When he comes in there to see Nikki sitting on the couch, she's actually reading a book, but it's upside down, showing that she's not really reading the book.
She's trying to look busy.
Yeah, she's trying to look busy. She gives Bear the lunch she packed. As Bear goes to leave, he sees that the door is duct taped shut. And I mean, like, duct taped shut. Like,
I don't even know how she got all that duct tape. No household has that much duct tape just in their house.
You can't even see the door anymore. It's just literally duct tape. Like the whole wall is duct tape.
You would have to, she had to go to the store, buy a whole bunch of duct tape.
Right.
And then come back and do that.
He opens it and leaves while Nikki stands in one spot smiling and peeing on herself. At work, Bear and Sarah are eating lunch. Sarah has been trying to get into college, receives another rejection letter. This scene seems very flirty between Bear and Sarah, which, you know, if Sarah's friends with Nikki, she wouldn't be flirting with her friend's boyfriend.
Yeah, this is a horrible friend group all around.
Yeah,
right
this
now.
friend group is not that great. She lets Bear know she's worried about his relationship with Nikki. Bear opens his lunch and inside are two pics. One pic is of Bear labeled you, and the other pic is of him asleep with Nikki smiling labeled not me.
And pic, we mean picture.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't feel like writing picture out the amount of times I said picture in a sentence is crazy. Which is very creepy and very interesting because...
And he still ignores it.
Yeah, well... Bear takes a bite of his sandwich as Sarah reads the note Nikki packed, saying, "How is the verdict, cat?" Bear lifts the bread and sees it is Sandy, which causes him to vomit.
Okay, how did you not taste that? Your food, you didn't taste the fur?
First of all, that cat is not... First of all, he had cat.
Or even smell it?
Second of all, that cat was not fresh either. Like, that cat has been dead for a couple days. Like, Nikki, come on, man. Like, ew. Like, yeah, I don't know how Bear did not notice that. Bear finishes his shift and then goes to his car where Ian asks for a ride.
I went to your car, Ian.
I know, huh? They just always be like, sometimes Ian have cars, sometimes
he don't.
Yeah. During the ride, Ian expresses his concern about Bear's relationship, and Bear asks him why he didn't invite him to that party. Because, Sarah told him about that party, and Ian did not invite him. Ian tells him he can come, but Nikki can't. After dropping Ian off, Bear calls the One Wish Willow number. He speaks to a representative that tells him the wish cannot be altered or undone unless the person who made the wish dies. Yo, this representative on this phone, Bear calls it, he's just like, hey. He's just like, hey, is this the One Wish Willow line? He's like, yeah, you got a problem. Like, it's just so He remind me of Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But yeah, that was actually the director, Curry Barker, that did that voice. It was very well, I feel like everyone who worked there was very nonchalant about it.
People, like, at the counter when he went to buy the stuff,
They're like, are you buying it or not? Are you want to ruin your life or not?
Right.
Are you evil or not?
The rep asks Bear if he wants to talk to the real Nikki. We then hear the real Nikki screaming in pain. Like, she is screaming, dude. Like, I just rewatched that scene and it's like bone chilling. Mm-hmm. And he still did nothing. Like, with all this information,
point, he could have gone back to the store to get a willow branch
and have Sarah wish, because I'm guarantee
Ian,
not Ian, Sarah, because I guarantee you Sarah would have done it.
Just buy the whole book and just go around asking people to do.
Don't ask me. I'm wishing for some money, honey. Okay. Sorry, I know you messed up with Nikki, but I'm about to be rich. So. When he comes home, Nikki is standing in the exact place she was when he left, covered in urine, vomit, and feces. Bear confronts Nikki about the cat sandwich while she showers. I'm sorry.
T-shirt idea.
But it was a cat sandwich. He then goes to tell her that Ian invited him out, and Nikki insists to go with him, so he takes him. When she's in the shower, when she goes into the bathroom and he mentions that, she like screams.
Ian said it was a boys' night. So I think maybe I'll just go.
Yes, she does.
There's a theory that said that was the real Nikki snapping out.
I don't know about that.
So I just thought I would bring it up because, you know, the theory's out there. At the party, they play a game of drunk Jenga. It's Nikki's turn, and she recites this violent, ancestral retelling of Hansel and Gretel that makes everyone uncomfortable. The air was charged by the distant call of a night bird. His face was obscured, but I knew he was looking at my chest. Each side stretching, recently matured to different sizes. Hansel, come lay with me like the old woman taught us when we were children, I said. He closed the door and leaned against it. You're not my wife, Gretel, he said. I'm more than your wife. I'm your sister. Hansel flinched and reached for the door handle, and I knew he would not leave this place. he will relent and choose to be inside me like he had many nights before. If not, I would fillet his meaty forearm, roll it back like a stick of licorice, and insert the flesh between my legs. Hansel is my soul, a love only the branch of a willow tree could conjure. Brother, you will be inside me tonight.
That is so creepy.
So creepy and
disturbing.
Yeah, that everybody was literally looking at her like, girl,
Crazy.
what the like, that's literally how they looked at her.
Which also, I don't know if you talked about this, how Nikki and Sarah were talking about Bear and how Nikki thought Bear as a brother.
Yeah.
And so forcing her to be in a relationship with him is kind of like this Hansel and Gretel thing where she has to sleep with her brother, and it's weird, and only in the story, it's Hansel that wants it, but what's it, Hansel? No, it's Gretel. Sorry.
Yeah, it's Gretel who wants it.
Gretel who wants it, but in this version, it'll be Hansel like, hey, sister, let's get it on, kind of thing.
I low-key kind of saw this as like he wanted it in the beginning, and now he's seeing that this is wrong and he doesn't want it. It's kind of like how I feel Bear wanted this in the beginning, because she knew he was gonna accept being with her. So I kind of feel like Bear, she knew that Bear was just gonna just be with her anyway because it was easier. If that makes sense, you know what I mean? Gretel knew that Hansel was gonna give in, even though Hansel is like, I don't want to do this anymore. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's kind of
how he was willing to do it, but now
he doesn't want to. And that's how I feel like Bear is, where he's like he started to see crazy Nikki. He's like, I don't know if I really want this, and it's like, no, this is what you wished for. It's Bear's turn, and his dare is to kiss the person on his left, which is Sarah. Nikki stands up and does her infamous frowny face before pulling Sarah out of the way so she can kiss Bear. Which, I'm not gonna sit here and say that's a crazy moment, because why is it okay for him to just kiss this girl when you know he got a girlfriend? Like, I'll be mad too.
He should have just drank.
Right.
Just took a shot.
I would looked at him, and that look that she gave him, that frowny face, should have told him to take that shot.
Because if it was reversed, she would have took a shot.
Yeah.
Or just do another creepy story.
Or push the person next to Bear so she can be sitting next to him. But yeah, I understand her being upset about that. You're not kissing my man, okay? The real Nikki momentarily snaps and starts shouting, "It's not me," before stabbing herself in the face with a broken glass bottle. I don't know why, that seems crazy.
Twice.
Yes. Like, oh, that seems crazy to me.
I think it was the sound cues though.
Yeah.
Every time she hit that bang, bang.
Yeah, and the gush of the blood, like, it was
crazy.
It was so crazy.
It also feels like she's immune to pain. Like,
yeah,
it feels
me
like
too.
she just gets hurt and like nothing happened.
Right.
Like,
girl. Wait, I didn't even mention this part when she did that poem, and after she kissed Bear, she was like, "No one will ever love Bear as much
as I do."
Yeah, or we'll
never knowing how much I love.
Yeah. And the girl in the background is just like, yeah, okay. She's just like nodding her head like, this is some crazy crap right now. It's like funny to look at the background people, because they're just like, what the heck is going on at this party? Like, Bear takes Nikki to the hospital, which, you know what, before we even get to that, when Nikki is like, has stabbed herself in the face, and like everybody's like, oh my gosh, you can like, Bear's just sitting there staring, and you hear Ian like, Bear, take her to the hospital, get up, what are you doing? Like, he's like they're like concerned, and he's just sitting there like spaced out.
Still be like, that's not Nikki, but I'm pretending it's Nikki.
Right.
Like, that's not Nikki at this point.
Bear takes Nikki to the hospital, but she's acting erratic and refuses treatment, so he takes her home. And in that scene, when you see Bear talking to the nurse outside the hospital, you see Nikki get out of the car and just start dancing. Like, it's just like so
That's
crazy.
what I mean, like,
she's
your
just
head
like
don't hurt.
spinning and just like dance. Honestly, I'm gonna be quite frank with you. I don't know how much more your body could have handled.
Yeah,
this.
I don't know why creepy Nikki don't know the importance of a hospital.
Right, or the importance of taking care of the host body that you're capturing. Okay?
Yeah.
At home, they have a heated convo about Nikki acting weird and her going back to her place. He tells Nikki she isn't acting like herself, and she reassures him she can and that she loves him. Wait, before we even go into this part, when she's like, you need to go to your own place, she's like, nah, like the way she just starts crying is like crazy. He tells her he loves her too, and we get that infamous Nikki walking in reverse scene, which is so creepy.
I know, right?
Like, it just, I did not expect that to happen. Like he
But
just
she was
says
also talking in reverse, but I don't know what she was saying.
So some say that when she's going backwards, she's saying real me. Like she's trying to fight it and saying real me.
Okay.
And then I saw some people saying that she was saying rail my guts or rail me or something like that, and I was like,
I'm gonna go with the first one.
I don't know what she says, but those are the two things that I heard the most about. Bear starts freaking out, which respectfully so, because she just walked back in reverse and was speaking in reverse. And
Yeah,
honestly, I don't even know what I think I would have jumped up.
She ain't Missy Elliott.
She did not flip that thing down, flip it in reverse.
Hey.
Yeah, no, I think I would have jumped through the window at that point. I think I would have died of fright, because like, girl, no. And then I was supposed to stay in the house with you? You a demon? Nikki apologizes before running menacingly towards him. Like, that scene was crazy.
But it's like she was about to jump him.
Yeah, like she was like, I'm so sorry. And she's like, runs forward. It's like so scary. I think the real Nikki was charging through her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm about to beat that.
Barry tells Nikki to take the bed and he will sleep at Ian's house, which I totally understand.
I don't know. Maybe you should fake your death. Will that work?
But she threatens suicide, so he stays. As they are laying in bed, Nikki is asleep, and Bear gets a text from Sarah asking him to meet her at the park to talk. As Bear attempts to leave, the real Nikki asks Bear to kill her. And it's so crazy because, like, she's asleep. Like, her body is asleep, but, like, Nikki's talking through...
Which is weird because she's talking, but her mouth isn't moving.
Yeah, she's, like, dead
She's
sleep.
a ventriloquist. Yeah. Can't think of that name.
Bear, offended because Nikki would rather die than be with him, refuses and says, "What's so bad about being with me?" To which Nikki responds, "Bear, I was never with you." This scene pissed me off.
Because he absolutely knows it's not Nikki, and he's just trying to hang on to whatever his ideals are.
He has seen this girl do such... He came home, she was covered in piss, vomit, and feces. She just stabbed herself in the face with the bottle. Like, I don't understand. You heard her screaming on the phone, and you still are sitting here like, what's so bad about being with me?
And yet there's people out there defending him. Like, really?
The guy who played Bear said Bear was the villain.
Yes, even the actor is like,
he's like, you guys, Bear is the villain. Like, yeah, because some of y'all out there are bears, and
y'all don't want to admit that what y'all doing is wrong.
Ew. As Bear leaves, Nikki pleads with him, and this part is so sad. She's like, please, 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 Bear, please, please, please. Like, she's really begging him, like, to kill her. He meets with Sarah at the park, and she tells him Ian and Nikki have been hooking up on and off again for a few years, and that Ian thinks Nikki is dating Bear to get back at him. This scene, like, she came, I don't know, I think that's one of the reasons she came to meet with him, but she also brought her last college letter to see if she see if she got accepted. Nikki comes charging towards the car and smashes the window with her head. Like,
she smashes the window and then put the brick on the steering wheel. But she smashed the window with her head, though.
Yes, she did. I actually saw the behind the scenes. They had a helmet with a wig on top of it to use for Nikki to smash her head.
Nikki smashed her head to the window.
Yeah,
I think she smashed Sarah's head.
No, Nikki took her own head and smashed the window.
Smashed the window and then smashed her head again. The window was shattered. Okay,
no, Nikki used her own head to smash the window. Let's go crazy.
She could have just used a brick.
She really could have. That's how deranged she is, though. And honestly, that scene scared the living hell out of me. Yeah. Like, she just came like
out of nowhere.
You didn't even get a second.
Mm-hmm. I was expecting something because I was looking in the background like, I know she's coming.
Yeah, I knew something was happening. I just didn't.
They should have drove an hour away so she could find them.
She then repeatedly slams Sarah's face into a brick. Like, the brick's on the steering wheel. She's grabbing Sarah's face and just slamming it into it. It's a crazy, gnarly scene to see. And the sound effects are so bad. Mm-hmm. She kills Sarah, and Sarah's face is just gone. Like, it is
like the one eye.
It's just like, just one eye dangling there. It is. She has, like, completely destroyed this girl's face. And this scene was so sad because that final acceptance letter that Sarah got, the final letter she got was an acceptance letter to the school that she actually really wanted to go to.
Dang.
And she didn't even get to know that she got accepted. Scared, Bear helps Nikki with Sarah's body.
What's also crazy is that right after she did that, she goes to his side of the car and she's like, "Oh, it's okay. But this is also your fault. This is
all your fault, though.
Yes, you wanted this. You wished for this." And so he's like, "Yeah, man, you did wish for this. You wished for her to love you more than anything in the world, and this comes when someone loves you more than anything in the world."
See, this whole movie is why you don't wish for love.
You should have watched Aladdin before he did this.
She tells him to go home while she finishes up. Bear goes to the antique shop covered in blood to get another one-wish willow to undo his wish.
he on camera, some blood all over him. And he went to a public place.
Well, to be fair, like, it's alleged blood because they haven't tested the fluid on his shirt. So.
Okay.
He goes to back to the antique store to buy a one wish willow to make another wish, but I already used it, so he's unable to like break the willow. Also, it's called a one wish willow, so you only get one wish. You know, this scene was funny because he goes in there and he's like looking for the one wish willows. He's like, "Where is it? Where is it?" He's like, "Where?" The guy behind the counter is like, "Where's what?" He's like, "The one wish willow." He's like, "What is that?" Like, really just messing with him. This store was crazy. Everybody worked for the one wish willow company. It's crazy.
I know, because is this the company? This is just a shop that sells this, or is this actual company?
I don't know, man, but he just tells him like, "Oh, I did something very like I wish something very bad." He's like, "What?" Well, he's like, "What did you do?" Because he clearly saw him covered in blood. And he's like, "Oh, I wish that this girl loved me more than anything." And he's like, "Oh, that's not that bad." Like, yeah, it is. You see him covered in blood. That should let you know it's bad.
I also want to add that in that scene, he said if people knew what this actually was, no one would wish it or use it. I'm like, that's a lie. Because if people knew that you can get a one wish and you can do whatever you want, they would definitely run to those stores and start
Also,
cracking them open.
Your wish just was a bad wish. Like,
Yeah.
everybody else's. I think that even the director said the one wish willows aren't evil. It was just Bear's wish.
Yeah, but I want it as a souvenir. They sell it on eBay for like a lot of money though.
He then goes to Ian's house to get him to wish Bear never made that wish. Bear tells Ian that he wished for Nikki to love him and he needs him to undo the wish. Sarcastically wishes for $1 billion and money starts raining down on them. Like, that scene, the music, first of all, that whole scene was just like perfect. Like the money raining, Ian in the background, like, what the heck? What? Bear just like literally just like, mother f-. And then like the music playing in the background too. It was just like such a beautiful scene in my opinion. Because I know Bear mad.
But so the wish Bear makes, he told Ian to say, "Hey, say you wish that I never made a wish." Would that reverse time? Because if he never made a wish, then Nikki would never have to kill Sarah. So would that have reversed it?
I honestly have no idea what it would have done. They should have took some Ian's money and paid somebody on the street. Because if you pay a homeless man to just wish that and you give him like $500, he gonna do it. Mm-hmm. You give me $500, like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm about to wish for $1 million.
Yeah,
because I know, but you know,
if I didn't know,
yeah,
well, I'll do it. I still need more than $500. Give me $1,000.
Bear goes back to his place to try to get Nikki to undo the wish, where he finds Sarah's dead body propped up against in the living room.
I thought we were getting rid of the body.
Also, this scene, you see Nikki in the background doing some weird
cat like
arm movements.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so weird. She's like going in the background, just whoop, 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 whoop.
Yeah, I don't know why she's walking like that.
I don't either. Nikki comes in wearing Sarah's clothes with drawn on tattoos that are supposed to resemble Sarah's. And this is debatable because some people say she's wearing Sarah's scalp, and then some people just say she styled her hair like Sarah. So
she's wearing her scalp. I saw it behind the scenes.
Well, there you have it. Nikki asks Bear why he doesn't love her, and she threatens to kill herself and Bear with a gun she got from Sarah's dad's store. Suddenly, Ian opens the door and Nikki shoots him in the head. Like, and it's just like
she's like screaming at him like stuff. But they're all talking, so there's all overlapping.
Wait, screaming at who?
At Bear. And then Ian comes in and she shoots Ian. Yeah. And then she starts screaming at Bear again, like, I'm gonna shove this pistol up my... Yeah, like,
I know. I just saw that scene. And she, like, vomited while, this whole scene was crazy. But, before Bear went to Ian's house, Ian was like, what's going on? I'm getting all these text messages from Sarah to come over, like, come over to your place, to Bear's place. Yeah. So that means Nikki was texting Ian to come over because she was gonna kill him.
But why?
I don't know.
Like, I guess Sarah liked, she
might have found out that if she has Sarah's phone, she might see what Ian and Sarah were talking about. So yeah, that whole scene was crazy. Bear calms Nikki down and locks himself in the bathroom, but Nikki starts pounding on the door, demanding he open it. He takes the gun and puts it in his mouth, but is unable to shoot himself.
I'm sorry, she was pounding like the police.
She was like, "Oh my God, like she was like,
dang, girl."
And then I think he tells her something.
He's like, "I need a minute." She's like, "Okay."
Yeah, it's just like so crazy, her switch off. He decides to overdose on the same meds that killed his cat. But he changes his mind and is about to throw up when Nikki makes a wish with the other one wish willow he had bought. There's a theory that in that scene where she's like the one wish willow music distorts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that's creepy.
Because it distorted when he tried to make a second wish.
Under the influence of the wish, Bear comes out of the bathroom and kisses Nikki before collapsing and dying from the overdose. And honestly, even though this is like the most craziest thing, that was probably the most happiest Nikki was during this. The fake Nikki was, because like he really like he came out and he's just smiling all lovingly. She's just like, ah, and they're like all covered in blood and vomit. It is so disgusting because they just start kissing like yuck. Heartbroken, Nikki takes the gun and prepares to shoot herself before the real Nikki snaps back to normal. And this part I actually just listened to because somebody made this note. Before she snaps back to normal, you can hear a voice whisper, "Wake up." Yeah, I was like, this movie got too many creepy things that if you don't pay attention, it'll go over your head. But once you start paying attention, it's like, I don't like that. Yeah, it goes, "Wake up."
But that was really almost like Romeo and Juliet's ending, because Romeo thinks she's dead and takes poison, kind of like Bear taking the pills to kill himself. And then Juliet wakes up and finds dead Romeo. And she takes, was that a knife? Yeah, and stabs herself. Like she was going to take the gun and shoot herself. And then, she woke up. It's like, nah.
She pushes Bear's body off of her and begins screaming and crying hysterically, surrounded by the dead bodies of her friends, and the movie ends. Honestly, when she pushed Bear's body, it just went it just went yeah, so
hey,
justice for my girl Nikki, because what the heck? She about to go to jail?
Yeah, she is.
Because she was nice to this. I got a lot of words to say, but I'm not going to say them. Okay. Like, that definitely sucks. If I were her, I'd take that $1 billion that is Ian's, and we dip in.
Does she even know about it? Well, I guess he shot at it, but she gotta, like, go outside all just like that.
Nah, girl, you need to go ahead and shower, go get the money, get a private plane, and get out of here.
I mean, the gunshot the neighbors probably heard and called the police on her.
Depending on what neighborhood she's in, they may not.
But yeah, like most likely she's going to prison.
Yeah, poor Nikki, because there's no way you explain that.
But it's crazy how many people died in that house.
Maybe she can get away with an insanity plea because of all those witnesses seeing all the crazy things that she was doing.
I don't know which was going to mental asylum or prison.
Yeah, I don't know either. Maybe in a mental asylum they can see that you're not a threat to yourself after a certain amount of time, so maybe.
Just play it cool for like a couple of years.
She is normal. She don't even
well, she gotta pretend to be crazy long enough for them to be like, okay, but then be normal.
Girl, I don't think she's gonna have to pretend after everything she just went through. Okay, so I have some theories. I put theories and theories, but what I meant to put was theories and like things that you may have missed. Bear's nice guy trope, because he doesn't think he's a bad guy, but he chooses himself over Nikki's well-being every time.
Even before the wish, when he was like, I wish she didn't quit, like this quitting is for her because she needs to break out.
Right, yeah.
And he's like, no.
His wish is selfish because he doesn't want mutual love. He wishes for Nikki to love him more than anything in the world, including herself. And yeah, that is a crazy thing to wish for. I know, and I know he didn't intentionally wish for that, but just even that wording of him saying that is enough.
He reminds me of Ross from Friends.
In the movie, Bear sees signs that Nikki is suffering, and he still chooses himself over her freedom. He was upset because the real Nikki asked him to kill her. Like, he really was offended by that.
He knows that's not the real Nikki
right.
that he's been with.
He heard her screaming in pain. Another thing is the scene where Bear and Nikki are making out, and she snaps out briefly, and his response is, "You came onto me." Not, "Are you okay?"
Yeah.
Not like, you wanted, I thought this is what you wanted. Like, that's really what it was. Bear never loved Nikki. He loved the idea of her and possessing her. Real love requires freedom, and she didn't have that.
No, she did not.
Also, another thing with his nice guy trope, Sandy died from the pills in a childproof bottle that Bear left open. And then Bear says, "How did you get yourself into this?" Pretty much. Not taking responsibility for the fact that he left out those pills that caused Sandy to die.
Good thing he ain't got no kid.
Yeah, because the kid be dead too.
Well, he never asked Nikki how she truly feels about anything.
He didn't even know Nikki, because there was times where he was using AI, and Nikki was like a writer, and she would not be using AI. So it was just like, you're not the guy for her. Like, you really, you just suck, Bear. You just suck.
Like, I feel like he didn't know her. He like you said, he liked the idea of her. Because when he went to buy her a crystal necklace, he didn't know what kind of crystal necklace. And if you really pay attention to somebody, you would know what they liked and what kind of stuff they would get. And same thing Columbus Short did to Megan Good and Stump the Yard. Like, he knew her favorite color was green, but I already been saying it. Now, I will say that Columbus Short's character was creepy because he was following her around.
And she had a man, too.
And she had a man.
Oh, yeah.
But at least he knew what her favorite color was more than her man, who she'd been with for like, I don't know how many months or years.
Another thing about Bear that pisses me off, because even with the AI thing, it just shows how he likes quick shortcuts. Kind of like how there was actually someone out there who was willing to be with him, but he was so obsessed with the idea of who Nikki was that he didn't even pay any attention to Sarah. It's like she was definitely dropping hints, and he just like, Nikki fine.
Nikki fine. Well, I have a theory about the cat. So there's a theory that the cat is Freaky Nikki.
The Wish Nikki is the cat.
The Wish Nikki is the cat, which I don't think that's true. I do think she did play with the cat a lot, but I think she played with the cat because she knew how much Bear cared about the cat.
Well, I will say the cat significance in this movie was kind of crazy, because even in the back of the One Wish Willow, there is a cat by the customer service number. Yeah, so I don't know what's up with cats, but I saw a video and it was pointing out a lot of scenes that had cats in it, and I was like, interesting.
I feel like the cat, she knew how much Bear loved the cat, so she made a shrine for the cat for Bear, even though she did more for the cat than the Bear did after his death. Like, you just threw him in trash. She actually had a shrine for him, though. It was creepy. At least she actually like showed like she cared. And another thing she did was, give flowers to the cat, because that's what you do when someone passes away. And then, well, the weird thing is that she made him eat it, but I think that's also because that's the obsession part.
It is, but there's also a theory about her being a cat, like the cat, because apparently cats will eat their dead owners or eat their dead young. Yeah, so there was that theory of her being, the cat being Freaky Nikki, Wish Nikki, whatever you want to call her. I don't know about that, but that is interesting. And
maybe.
Kind of gross.
But I also feel like...
in that scene where, like, she's at his door to apologize, and you can't see anything but her eyes, and it's reflective. They
like cat's eyes reflective.
Yeah. I don't know. Could be all coincidences. I don't know. It could just be to make her look creepy, because she definitely looked creepy right then.
Yeah.
Right there. There is another theory that Nikki breaks free when she sees herself in reflections.
I was just saying, what reflection did she see when she was kissing him in the bed?
Supposedly his eyes, but I don't feel like that's a good reflection.
I know, because it's kind of dark in there.
Well, it actually wasn't. It was lit up in there. But she stared at his eyes all the time, so... Is it just like she sees a reflection in that one object, and after that, if she looks again, it doesn't affect her?
But also, what about the car scene where she's like, what the...
It's because she leaned in the car and looked at the not the rearview mirror, the side mirror. The theory of her snapping out at the party was there was a TV screen behind them, and she saw that. And that's why I brought up the scene when she went into the shower to get to shower. She screams.
Reflection.
Yeah. So, and I was screaming too if I saw my reflection. I was covered in vomit, piss, and feces.
I don't know about that.
I don't know either, but like I did think that was very interesting, because I went back to look at all the scenes where she snapped out of it, and she was. I mean, I could see why someone would think that reflective items makes Nikki see herself. And another theory is that was why she was holding the vase in her face, walking crab-like, so that she couldn't see
herself.
I think there's like a mirror in Bear's room or TV or something that she was trying to like block herself from seeing. Even though it's kind of dark, but I don't know. She probably can still see.
Another theory: this friend group is horrible.
I don't think that's a theory. This friend group is kind of horrible.
Yeah.
I feel like they were not doing enough. Nikki was clearly
Nikki
tripping
wanted
out.
Ian wanted himself. Sarah wanted Bear wanted Nikki. It was just like,
yeah. And also, I feel like if my friend was tripping out the way that she was doing, I'm sorry, but we would have had to
like, we commit her. I don't care if she
we're committing you.
I don't care if
like,
she gets outside the hospital.
You just stabbed yourself in the face with the bottle. We're committing you.
Yes.
I don't care what anybody says. 100 witnesses here. We all about to take you up to this hospital.
We're about to tie you down. I find it ironic that Bear wanted Nikki to want him and notice him, and instead, when he made that wish, she made him only notice him.
Like she only noticed him.
Yeah, like everyone else disappeared. That's exactly what obsession does. It narrows down the worldview until one person becomes everything. But there's also something that Bear did in the beginning when he was obsessed with Nikki, and he didn't see, like, the signs that Sarah liked him.
Yeah.
And all the other stuff. Like, he didn't see that. There's literally in the beginning, I forgot where, there's a picture. You know when you go in the photo booth and takes those 4 pictures? Mm-hmm. The first picture is him dragging Nikki in the picture. The second picture is Nikki, like, I don't want to take a picture, and she's like mad. She flicks off the camera. And then you see in the third picture, you see Nikki pull Ian, and in the fourth picture, you see her on Ian, all smiling, like, shows that she was with Ian during those pictures were taken. And in the last picture, she's talking about Ian while Bear is upset. So it's really like he didn't see it. He didn't see that she liked Ian.
He didn't see it because he didn't want to see it. He
only
wanted to see what was beneficial to him, and it was him being with Nikki.
Yeah, but like that photo,
and it wasn't
really
even
shows.
like it was him being with Nikki, not even like trying to be the partner Nikki needed. And that is the movie Obsession, you guys.
I absolutely love this movie.
Such a good movie. What's your rating for it?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
I would watch this all day long.
I would too. And honestly, I know they probably won't make a sequel to this, but I think they're gonna
I really
make.
hope they don't. Sequels always suck.
Hey, Shrek 2 don't suck.
Except for Smile 2.
I hope that they do continue this like universe because it's like really cool.
I heard he was going to continue the universe.
Yeah, he should definitely. So yeah, that was Obsession. You guys go watch it. I know it's on Amazon Prime right now. I think it's still in theaters. So
is it?
I think so. I think it might still be.
I don't know.
It might still be in smaller theaters that like still show stuff that.
But it does cost $25 to get it on Amazon to buy it. And I got Prime. Yeah, I should get it for free. Just kidding.
Well, you've made it to the end.
You must really like the sounds of our high-pitched voices and quirky commentary.
You might as well like, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell to be notified every time we drop new content. If you want to follow our social medias, they will be linked in the description box below.
Bye!
Bye, you guys. Be careful what you wish for.
One wish is all it takes.
Hey.
Falling in love with me.
Hey.
Don't know the rest of the song.
Oh. Bye, guys.
Bye.